We often associate wealth with sports cars and mansions. But what if I told you that it's not necessary to appear rich to be truly prosperous? Today we're going to talk about a rather unconventional topic, looking poor to get rich. I'm not talking about dressing in old, torn clothes or driving a falling-apart car. The proposal here is to adopt a simple lifestyle. Basic clothes and a common car serve the same purpose as designer clothes and luxury vehicles. Why choose to live like this? First, we're not talking about not enjoying life, but rather that living humbly can shield you from loan requests, social pressures for excessive spending, and even unwanted attention. In reality, many of the truly wealthy opt for this lifestyle because they understand something crucial. To grow their wealth, it's more effective to be discreet about it. This not only protects against external threats, but also helps maintain a mindset focused on what really matters, increasing investments, not expenses. In this video, we'll discuss 7 reasons why adopting a simpler lifestyle is a great strategy to get rich. 1. Looking rich is the easiest way to become poor. This statement may seem paradoxical, but it's a reality faced by many, such as professional athletes and lottery winners. The temptation to display wealth after sudden financial success is great, but can be the fast track to bankruptcy. At times, great athletes sign multi-million-dollar contracts at a young age, leading them to believe that the money source is inexhaustible. They spend on mansions, luxury cars, and expensive jewelry. However, sports careers are notoriously short, and without proper financial planning, money can evaporate as quickly as it came. Statistics show that a significant percentage of athletes face financial difficulties a few years after retirement. The situation of lottery winners is similar. Upon winning large sums of money, many suddenly find themselves in the world of the rich and start spending recklessly. History is full of lottery winners who, within a few years, return to square one because they spent all their winnings maintaining an unsustainable lifestyle. These examples illustrate a crucial point. Money itself does not bring financial wisdom. Without knowledge and control, money can not only disappear but also bring more problems than solutions. Living simply, contrary to what many may think, is not just a matter of thriftiness but an intelligent strategy to achieve true wealth. By adopting a humbler lifestyle, individuals avoid the pitfalls of conspicuous consumption and focus on building lasting wealth. Instead of spending on superfluous goods, they choose to invest in assets that appreciate over time or generate continuous income. When you're not focused on maintaining an image of wealth, you have more freedom to make financial decisions based on long-term goals rather than immediate gratification. Without the pressure to display success and wealth, people can enjoy more authentic relationships and overall well-being. 2. Looking rich only leaves you with more bills. And the worst part is, these bills come from liabilities you've acquired. Liabilities are basically anything that takes money out of your pocket. This includes some types of debt, such as loans, mortgages, and credit cards, but also extends to recurring expenses like expensive rents, luxury vehicle maintenance, expensive parties, and dinners. While some liabilities are almost inevitable, such as a mortgage for your own home, many are acquired only to sustain an image of success and wealth. The big problem with accumulating liabilities is that they create a continuous dependence on income to maintain the same standard of living, and any disruption in that income can lead to ruin. By avoiding spending on liabilities and directing your resources towards assets, you completely change the game. Assets are investments that put money in your pocket, such as rental properties, real estate funds, dividend-paying stocks, or a profitable business of your own. These types of investments not only protect your financial health, but also increase it over time. Here's the central issue. While liabilities drain your finances, assets strengthen them. By investing in assets, you build wealth. The transition from a lifestyle full of liabilities to one focused on assets doesn't happen overnight. It requires a change in mindset, from seeking instant gratification to long-term planning. But once you start to see your net worth grow and your dependence on monthly income decrease, you understand how the game works. 3. Looking rich only makes you survive. This is an uncomfortable but true reality for many who seek an image of success. The desire to display status can trap you in a cycle of financial survival, where the struggle to make it to the end of the month becomes a constant battle. When you spend large sums on luxury cars, branded clothes, and expensive dinners, you're not just spending money, you're also compromising your ability to invest in your future. These are expenses that depreciate quickly and offer little to no financial return. Instead of increasing your wealth, they drain it, leaving you in a position where the only thing you're accumulating is more debt. The problem with trying to look rich is that money is seen as a tool for survival and paying bills, rather than a means to build wealth. This cycle of financial survival is dangerous because it creates a short-term mindset where decisions are made based on immediate need, not long-term potential. In contrast, living a more modest life and less focused on appearances allows you to use money to accumulate wealth. When you're not trapped in the cycle of buying to impress, you can direct your resources to invest in assets that, over time, not only maintain their value, these assets work for you, generating passive income and growing in value over time. True wealth isn't about how much money you can spend, but about how much money you can generate. By choosing a life of appearances, you may be sacrificing your ability to achieve true financial independence. On the other hand, you can choose a future where money works for you, and not the other way around. 4. Displaying wealth changes how others treat you. The flaunting of wealth, whether through luxury items, expensive cars, or simply openly discussing your earnings, can not only attract attention but also alter social interactions in ways that are not always positive. When you openly display your wealth, you can become a magnet for individuals with ill intentions. These people may approach you not for who you are, but for what you possess. This type of attention can lead to relationships based on financial interest, where the main goal of your new friends is to benefit from your prosperity. The truth is that, in many cases, these relationships prove to be superficial and ultimately harmful. Furthermore, the display of wealth can make you a target for crime. From petty thefts to more serious crimes such as kidnappings, the visibility of your wealth can increase your security risks. In some regions, where economic disparity is more pronounced, this risk may be even greater. The consequences of being perceived as wealthy can be extremely severe, leading to dangerous situations for you and your family. On the other hand, living simply and discreetly has its benefits. This lifestyle not only reduces the aforementioned risks, but also promotes more authentic relationships. When you don't use your financial status as a calling card, people who approach you tend to do so for who you are, not for what you have. Adopting a more modest lifestyle can also bring peace of mind. Without the constant worry of maintaining appearances or the anxiety generated by the possibility of being targeted by criminals, you can live more relaxed and focused on what truly matters. Simplicity allows you to invest in your well-being and that of your relationships, rather than channeling energy and resources into the protection of material possessions. The temptation to show off money can be great, especially in a society that often associates success with visible wealth. It is important to recognize the risks and limitations of this approach. 5. Simple decisions can make you rich. The way we choose to live and the daily decisions we make have a profound impact on our lives. The difference in choices made by someone who lives to appear rich and someone who lives simply is huge, and these choices entirely shape our life trajectory. When someone chooses to live as if they were rich, decisions often revolve around maintaining or elevating their social status. Let's take the choice of a car as an example. Someone focused on ostentation may opt for a luxury model, which besides being expensive, depreciates rapidly and incurs high maintenance costs, insurance, and taxes. On the other hand, someone who chooses to live simply may opt for an economical, reliable car with good resale value, which not only saves money on purchase but also reduces long-term expenses. The same goes for housing. The temptation to invest in a large house in an upscale neighborhood can be strong for those who wish to appear wealthy. However, these properties often come with high maintenance costs, higher taxes, and may not appreciate as quickly as other properties. On the other hand, opting for a normal house in a good location can not only be more affordable but also provide greater financial breathing room. Living simply does not necessarily mean depriving oneself of comfort or pleasure, but rather making conscious choices that favor the accumulation of wealth rather than its display. These decisions allow money to be used not only to pay bills or acquire immediate consumer goods, but to invest in a life with more comfort and security in the future. Thus, daily decisions, however simple they may seem, are crucial for building wealth. 6. True wealth doesn't depend on social approval. This sets apart the truly wealthy from those who merely want to appear wealthy. While many strive to convince others of their status, often resorting to loans and accumulating debt, the truly wealthy understand that their financial security and personal satisfaction are not defined by external perception. When people seek to validate their social position through luxury goods and an extravagant lifestyle, they enter a cycle of indebtedness. The real cost of these choices often goes beyond price tags, including high interest rates and the stress associated with debt. On the other hand, the truly wealthy recognize that wealth is not quantified by the possessions they own, but by the freedom they have. The freedom to not need to impress anyone with external signs of wealth. These individuals often opt for a common lifestyle, not because they can't afford to live extravagantly, but because they value what truly matters to them. Without the pressure to maintain an image, it's possible to make wiser financial choices that aren't driven by the desire to impress, but by the goal of living well. This mindset also fosters greater emotional and psychological stability. The race for status can lead to constant dissatisfaction and a feeling of never having enough. Those who detach from this race discover that true satisfaction comes from achieving personal and financial goals, not from gaining the admiration of others. True wealth is more about being than having. It's about the ability to live on your own terms, free from others' expectations and judgments. When decisions are detached from the need for social approval, the path is open to a life that is not only financially richer but also fuller and more satisfying. And the last and most important, financial peace is non-negotiable. Who hasn't passed by an imposing mansion and thought, what would it be like to live there? These desires are normal and part of human nature. However, what we often don't consider is the cost behind these choices. If the price to pay is your financial peace, it certainly isn't worth it. Knowing that your finances are in order, that you are free from suffocating debts, and that your investments are generating more money than you actually need to live on is extremely satisfying. This peace allows you to truly enjoy life, without the constant weight of worry. Furthermore, achieving financial peace means that you can make choices based on what is truly important to you, and not based on what you think you need to impress others. This may include working at what you love, even if it pays less, or dedicating more time to family and friends, instead of working overtime in the office trying to climb the career ladder. True financial peace is not about how many possessions you accumulate, but about how well you can sleep at night, knowing that if you lose your job, have some kind of emergency, or simply want to spend more time with those you love, you can do so without worrying about money. And you, wizard? Do you prefer to be surrounded by luxury goods, but bogged down in debt and financial worries? Or do you prefer to live comfortably, knowing that your finances are secure and growing? If you felt that this content helped you in any way, leave in the comments topics you would like to see here. See you in the next video, wizards.